Everything okay, Keith?
Yes.
All right. Well, we just finished our kind of the conversation leading up to getting into the tracks. So,
Your timing is good.
yeah, your timing's good. So,
I planned it that way. There is something fucked up that is happening. Like I pull into come back to my house, get out of the car, and I could hear yelling. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And somebody's just, in my neighborhood just yelling.
Oh.
And I just, walked down the street just to see if I could hear. And he definitely said, help me. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And he's just yelling and yelling and yelling. Now it's not like right near my house, so I could just hear him yelling from like blocks away. It's just like, shit. And then eventually the F word about, homosexual men was used. And I was like, hey, well, not helping that guy.
No.
Best of luck. Most likely I figure it's like, he's probably some guy got dumped and he's right now at his ex-girlfriend's house.
oh,
And like screaming at her window. And one way or another, I hope I did not abandon somebody in need. And as much as I'm making jokes about it, we'll find out soon enough.
Well, if you need help, it's not a good time to be an asshole.
Yeah. Yes.
all right. Well,
I think that was a quote from Jesus, actually.
No, it was a quote from Phil Anselmo.
all right. Well, should we get into the tracks?
Come on, Lon. Let's hear you.
Whoa, the tracks.
Ooh, you did a little remix.
Why not? Well, we played a little bit of Mouth for War earlier, but we can continue that one.
Yeah.
That line, hands break to hold our energy.
Hairspray.
That's what I thought he was saying. To hone raw energy. Sorry, hone raw energy.
Hands break to it's hone or hold?
Hone.
Okay.
Hands
It's
break.
hairspray.
That's what
What do you mean it's hairspray? What are you talking about?
Hairspray to hold raw energy. So I thought. I didn't think he was saying that, but it sounds like.
It's excuse me while I kiss this guy.
I never actually thought he was saying hairspray, but it sounds like he says hairspray.
100% son.
See? Hairspray.
I have never thought that, and I always knew it was hands break.
Yeah, I mean, just an awesome
Well, when
riff.
it comes into the verse here, there's a little time change that they do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is just quintessential Pantera. Like
That's one of those things, too, where it's like, you can't, I mean, I'm sure you can, I'm sure there's some time signature or whatever that you can, but that's,
you can do it. It's
you
just,
can do it, but it's just feel. It's like,
yeah, you didn't write that out,
right,
No.
exactly. Right. Yeah. Metallica does that a lot, too, where it's
Yeah,
like,
they do.
Like the beginning of, we were talking about it recently, the beginning of Don't Tread on Me, it's like, it's a lot
It's
of
loose,
just,
yeah.
it's loose. It's just feel. It's like,
it doesn't sound right when you put it into the computer to do it. There's a whole, there's probably several videos on YouTube of Master Puppets verse riff. That
oh yeah.
It's not actually in a time signature. It's all just, you have to hear the song and know how it goes. You can't,
Is that right?
yeah. You can't really, you can't actually put that into a time signature. Or if you did, it would be so, like, it would be something absurd that you could never count, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's got its own feel to it.
Because it's like, it's so choppy. It's, So.
Yeah, it's just it's a feel riff.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Pantera does. I guess we should also probably mention, since we were talking about the build up to the album coming out, with the bootleg, the ball sack bootleg, that this video came out like 2 weeks before the album, maybe, or a week before. It was pretty close actually. Maybe it was like a week before in Headbangers Ball.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it's not. The video itself is nothing special, but it was the first time we got to hear the song proper.
Yeah.
And it just made us want the album even more. Like, it was like, oh my God. I remember we just watched it over and over and over.
Yep.
Like,
Oh yeah.
it's over. Let's go watch it again.
Yep.
What's on next? Nope. Okay, what is it?
Yeah. No, I mean it's a great opening track too. Like it sets the tone immediately.
Perfect. And just that opening riff, they repeat the riff several times, but I was talking about the drums, how Vinnie Paul makes that special, because he's not doing the same thing throughout the whole riff. He adds in like the floor tom, I think, with it, and it gives it an extra dimension halfway through the riff or right before. He does that a lot in all of his songs, but that's just a perfect example right there. Yeah. And then the end of the song, it totally has this different outro riff that's just badass. Speed. I don't know. I guess it speeds up a little bit.
Yeah.
But he throws in a lot of double bass. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can play a little bit of that.
That's a very famous riff. That was that was repeated on Headbangers Ball's theme, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you listen closely, you can hear some bass stuff going on. It would have been cooler to hear it better. Where the guitar holds the chord.
Yeah, he's still going.
He's doing some other shit that you can't really hear properly. Then he goes to the riot or the crash.
Yeah. I'll say that this part, I'll play it again. The vocals here are probably the closest you'll get to like a Cowboys from Hell style vocal of any other, like of any song on the album. This would probably be the closest to like because he almost does have that not screaming like a Rob Halford thing, but it's a little higher pitched than like right there. Waste my time. It's a little bit higher, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I feel like the rest of the album's a little heavier and more brutal vocally.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah. And then we get into A New Level.
Yeah. The openers. You're right, Eric. It's pretty wimpy.
Yeah. It's a pussy song. That riff in A New Level, holy shit, like immediately once the song ends and comes in the next one, it's like, holy shit. Oh, yes.
Those cymbals sound so fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh. Some of those kicks, is there an extra effect, kind of like in Domination?
Like an echo or something?
Like a bit of a sample added into that to make it echo a little more?
There's no samples because I only know that because in this there's an interview with Vince Paul in this magazine where he's talking about how they just spent extensive amount of times getting that bass drum so perfect, and that like they used like silver dollars to put on the thing and like the wood beater backwards, so it's got that like major slapping sound, and they gave it like a final rough edit to somebody like the record company or something, and they're like, maybe you should think about doing some samples in the drums or something, and then he's like, no, I'm not doing any sort of samples. So there's no samples.
I think like I don't know if it's like the first kick of the bar or whatever, but I feel like if you can play it again, I think it's a little bit different. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
That's just the main. That riff is just repeated with palm muting the second time around, isn't it? It's just a palm muted version of the same riff.
Yeah, yeah.
And this one is tuned down. It's drop D at least, or their version of drop D.
Yeah, it could be D, just straight D. But anyway, there is so this one I do believe Phil and Selma helped write that riff. I'm going to play a clip talking about that.
The band had been touring. We had to go in and write the songs.
We had hit kind of a roadblock in the writing sessions.
You want your voice to do something and you've tried 1,000 times and it's not doing it.
And Phil, I think Philip had the riff for a new level, or had an idea and wanted to get it to Dime, but he had to get on that same wavelength. And I remember Dime and Phil went outside and smoked a joint.
Phil, remember that pot I said you couldn't smoke earlier until we were done? Take a hit, brother. Take a hit, man. Relax.
And when they came back, they had this thing.
You go out there and you nail it.
That chunk of that groove, I think that set the whole tone for the whole record.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean this song, it's one of the best ones on the album.
Yeah.
It's one of their best songs ever, period. Yeah. I mean, they open so many shows with this song too, you know.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It is a perfect concert opener.
Yeah. And lyrically, it's pretty positive, actually. It's like positive message, you know?
Yeah, I think that Phil said that when they went to Russia, like, so the Russia show was in the middle of the recording process for this album. They were in the middle of recording this and they got a call like, hey, do you want to go play Russia open for Metallica, AC/DC, Black Rose, or whoever, right? And they're like, I don't know. And they were like, okay, yes, we need to go. But because they were a little nervous, they hadn't played live in months. They were just focusing on the record. So, but they went there and they obviously kicked ass. We've all seen the video of them performing there, and it was amazing. And Phil said that the lyrics were partly inspired by that, like just a new level of confidence and power. He's like, that's not bullshit. Like I was so much more confident when we got back because we just like not rehearsed and just went out there and kicked ass, and it just like my confidence level just through the roof at that point. So yeah, I thought that was cool.
It's cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
I just looked at a live version of this song. It looks like it is all tuned down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just because they're doing the power chords instead of the yeah. This part.
Yeah.
God.
I was like how he draws out that confidence.
Well, if you play the second verse of that,
Yep.
the drums are a little one note different, and it's awesome. Like, who would think to do that?
But I love it. I mean, it's
Oh, I
one
know.
thing. Like, I mean, the drums. I mean, let's face it. We're talking about Vinny, but I mean, they just sound just perfect for
Yeah,
what they're doing. It just, you know, this is one of those albums that just like, you know, every single element of it just works exactly the way it's supposed to.
Lombardo did that.
What's that?
Lombardo did the ting thing.
Yeah.
Stops and then bing.
Yeah.
So it's,
This is a double guitar track too. Like he did two different, like, and a lot of bands were doing that, of course, but Terry Date said they had to do that multiple takes to get the perfect, downstrokes, everything to be completely in sync with the first guitar take. Like, how do you do that? What the fuck? It's insane. I don't know. The guitar solo in this song is fucking awesome too. I'll play that.
Yeah.
Gotta play that. No respect gets no one nowhere.
so awesome.
Yeah.
Man. I think I've said this several times, but when you listen to the album with the headphones on,
yeah,
you appreciate things a lot more than the channels on one and the other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he's talking in one and kind of screaming in the background in the other ear.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You don't get that, like in a car.
Right.
With these blends.
Yeah. So then we go into Walk, which is probably their biggest song, right? I would imagine.
Oh yeah. Let's check Spotify.
Because Stadium Rock picked it up. Like Arena Rock.
Yeah, that's true.
It started being played at this with like Crazy Train. It got to that status, or Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah. 281 million streams on Spotify.
It's pretty good.
It's all right.
I would think that's their highest one.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I have a couple clips to play on this one. So that guy, is it Rick Beato? I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you guys have watched any of his YouTube stuff. It's really good. He dives in. I think I played this when we talked about Slipknot or something, because he did a Slipknot song. Anyway, or maybe I just shared it with you guys.
Isn't his thing what makes this song great? Is that his whole series?
Yeah,
What makes this song great?
I think he's got several. He does interviews with musicians too, I think.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, and he's got some he'll review new music too. Like he was a producer, so he'll go into deep dives on production and stuff like that. So,
and he can play all the instruments pretty well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a good understanding of the instruments.
Yeah. And music theory and everything.
Yeah.
So a couple of these clips are going to be from that, what makes a song great for Walk. But this first one I wanted to play was, we were talking about this earlier about the tuning, and he mentions that actually on this. So
this is a 12/8 riff. I want to talk about that first. What does that mean? 12/8 is basically 4/4, but it's triplet bass. So if you think of it like this, I conduct 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So 4 groups of 3. It's like a shuffle. In a D tuning, everything's tuned down a whole step and then a little bit more, just to make it heavier, and so it's harder to tune your guitar with.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes into the main riff a little bit, and he talks about the bass, which I didn't pick up on this, but there's a lot of power chords on the bass in this song.
Yeah, the chorus, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what is great about Rex Brown's bass part. Well, he does different things each time when you solo the track. Check it out. Now that's definitely first fret there with almost no bend, right? And then the second time, he's playing second fret, first fret open. Listen. Okay, so in this part, he's going. Anytime you have power chords in the bass, it makes it sound a lot more intense.
Tell that to Steve Harris. He knows all about that.
That's all he does anymore. 4 guitar players in that band now.
I mean, we can play a little bit of the song itself. We all know this song.
Yeah.
It's not. It is an interesting riff because it's not. It's a bend, but it's like a. It's like a half bend.
Yeah. It's got a bit of a southern, like, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Southern rock kind of a.
It's that maybe that time signature, the triplet deal.
Maybe.
Yeah. The shuffle.
It's not a melodic riff at all. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to the drums, just boom bash.
Yep. Very simple. Even the fills are.
Tom sound perfect.
I know. Perfect. Terry Date.
Yeah.
I love the choice of drumming there. Just.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just simple and effective.
This is cool. This is isolated vocals of the chorus.
I'm going to solo the vocals in Pro Tools so you can hear what Phil is singing in the chorus.
Is there no standard anymore? What it takes, who I am, where I belong. You can't be something you're not. Be yourself,
God.
Stay away from me.
This is cool.
A lesson learned in life.
Check this out here.
A lesson learned in life, known from the dawn of time. Respect. Walk. What did you say? Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
God. Chills, man.
Walk on over.
So if you have Pro Tools, you can do that?
If you had the isolated tracks, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how they get those I mean, I know like some people can pull like Rock Band type stuff. They can use Pro Tools to pull out.
But that has to have already been done by Rock Band to do it.
Yeah.
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 Man, I want to be able to do that.
I know. It would be so much fun.
I know. Awesome.
Mix shit how I fucking want to hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And learning metal bass is always problematic. Well, any bass really in rock can be problematic. It gets muddied up. So to be able to hear the parts would be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God. There was a story about that song about why they wrote it. Did you hear that, or did you read that?
This is the one they dedicated to, we think, Megadeth too.
Yeah, well, that was after they wrote it, but I guess they wrote it because they got back off of tour. They came back to their home state, their hometown, and people were like, "Dude, man, you guys are just rock stars now. Fuck you guys. It all went to your head." And they were like, "Man, what the fuck? We're not rock stars. We're still who we were originally." And they wrote this song in response.
Nice. Yeah. I remember in 11th grade English, our teacher gave us a project saying, take 2 songs that are meaningful to you and analyze the lyrics and do a whole book report type thing on it, and then we'll discuss in class. So I picked, I don't remember the second song I picked, but this was one of the songs I picked and I wrote down the lyrics, and the cool thing was we got to play it in class. Like, okay, we're gonna go over it and we're gonna listen to each song that everyone chose. So the whole class had to listen to "Walk" by Pantera. It was awesome.
Awesome.
I had an English teacher. He would let us every so often play a song and analyze the lyrics. Was the point of it? But I chose heresy one time.
What teacher?
You can lick my sack.
Yeah, he made a face when that came on. He was like, "Oh my God!"
Well,
Oh,
what are you?
Miss-
Come on.
Joe Shapiro?
No, Mr. Burwell.
Okay.
God, I don't remember. Half
Very,
the
very.
We went to the same high school, so
I know,
very
but I
hippie.
don't remember any of my teachers' names practically.
That's for me. I did a project, of course, on Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, and unfortunately, I didn't get to play that song.
Well, too long.
Yeah, too long.
It would have taken the entire fucking class. So.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There was another song I picked that I wish I remember what it was, because there was definitely a moment where there was like the F word was used, or something, and the teacher put like a giant like 3 question marks like in big red ink.
What do they expect? You're asking teenagers to pick songs.
What do you think?
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, like come on. Oh my God, there's cussing in this.
I really like.
We're supposed to believe
NWA.
teachers don't curse.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, come on. Give me a break.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And that's like nothing. Like you could have picked something pick a Guar song. I mean,
Oh my God, yeah. I'm gonna analyze those lyrics.
Yeah. Rape your dog with a plow.
It's like the scene in Big Lebowski where Sam Elliott's talking to him. He's like, he's complimenting, and he's like, "Do you have to curse so much?" It's like, the fuck are you talking about? Who gives a fuck, man?
So of course this solo in this song is awesome too, guitar solo. That Rick Beato guy did isolated on that too, so this is cool to hear.
Let's check out Dimebag's solo.
It's got a very Eddie Van Halen feel.
There's
parts
nothing
of
that. So it doesn't. It defies music logic. I feel like.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow it works so perfectly in that song. That one part where Eric was nodding.
Yeah.
You've probably seen him play it, but to get that double slide going, he's got to use like both hands.
Yeah.
Like he starts one slide with the left hand and he gives it to the
comes back up with the right and goes whoop, down. Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Who thinks to do stuff like that? Like, I got an idea. Like what?
Well, I guess he was taking a shit and came up with the solo.
I guess so. Yeah.
My riffs are the shit. The drums at the end of the song are great too.
Oh yeah.
Echoey.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Walk on home, boy.
Floor tom.
And that snare when it kicks in.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 da, ba.
Yeah. Yeah.
That.
I think am I mistaken, on the live version they get even heavier at that end?
Yeah.
So they all kind of.
I think they have to end the song because it fades out, so they make it heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good at making their own shit heavier live.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Art of shredding.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Yes.
Then it goes into fucking Hostile.
Yeah.
Which that was another one we heard live before
Yeah.
the album came out. Like, Jesus Christ. The hell?
Basically a thrash song.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4. Almost every day, this is the same face. A broken picture too. It's the attitude. If you can see yourself, you put you on a shelf. The verbal masturbate, promise to nauseate. Today I play the part of not parent. Not make 100 rules for you to know about yourself. Not lie, make you believe what's evil. It's making love and making friends and meaning God's your own way. The right way. To see, to bleed, cannot be done. It's true.
That riff.
Yeah. Is that the fill you were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's not bad. It's just it's just a snare and a double bass.
But he's doing it like the way it's all like what, like probably 16th notes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's like snare, kick.
Yeah, it's perfectly played. I mean, I'm not saying I can do it, but at least I have an understanding of what he's doing.
This song I think we were really looking forward to hearing that one on the record because the live recording you couldn't really make shit up very well.
Yeah.
So we just really liked it. The song I love because it's like each verse kind of tackles a different thing that pisses him off, right? He's like anti shitty parents in the first one, and then it's what is it the cop?
The joint, arrested for joints.
He's going against these prick cops in the second verse, and then it's the priest thing at the end.
The religion,
So I love that they cover that. But this song is like, the bones feel very punk in that song.
Yeah.
But the playing is so technical and not at all like punk, you know?
That's not punk.
And then that distortion and the fucking hostile. It's fucking
perfect.
The song is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Apparently the distortion came from, I think from what I was reading, it was they were trying to get the sound. Dime had like a 4-track Tascam something or other, and he's like, hold on, let me go. And he went home, brought this recording device in, and they plugged the mic into that, and it just like overmodulated the whole thing and caused it to distort. That's how they got the sound for that part. And then at the end, the feedback at the end, Terry
Phil
Jacobs
never
works.
broke chairs in anger. You know, we always had a lot of fun. Of course, doing vocals of any kind is stressful, but you know, we had as much fun as we could with it. You know, some of the vocals, like on Hostile, he did his vocals in the control room with me, and on a handheld mic. And when it was all distorted, of course, on purpose. And when we were done with the vocal take, he just took the mic and threw it into a garbage can next to the board that had a bunch of barbecue sauce and stuff on it, and it fed back, and that's the feedback that you hear at the end of that song.
But yeah, I think we all sing, or at least I do, when I hear this song every time now when he says, "Because God is everywhere." Bullshit.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yep. The little drum fill he does before the solo was also... I think that one's the more...
Is that different?
One.
I thought there was...
It's different. There's more cymbal in it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Like,
okay, that one's... Yeah.
I guess I'm just combining them in my head.
God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like... Is that a one-handed snare roll that he's doing? What?
I think it is. I think he's bouncing the stick off the snare, almost like a ghost note, but like harder.
Yeah.
And that's another part live that this guitar solo's. It's not that much different, but that part where he goes to the squeal there, he just holds that out live. It's like,
oh yeah,
he just holds it. Yeah, that's great. God, oh man, I miss seeing him live.
I know. He's so effortless. He made everything look so easy. He's just like, what? This is what I do. Well, it was a big deal. And you're like, Jesus Christ, dude.
That's kind of like Charlie Benante on drums, you know?
Yeah, he's just like, God damn it.
Looks so like relaxed.
Yeah, you know, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
How are you doing that?
Well, here's the end.
Cannot be done. You're making us fucking hostile.
It's awesome.
This does sound like barbecue sauce.
So obvious now.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh man, This Love, another one that's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The end of this song.
I think this one's tuned down a half step for them.
There was a clip about what the song's actually about that I sent you.
Yeah, I think I have that.
The video doesn't really depict what the song's about. And the song's about a girl that's tortured by an innocent girl, so to speak, someone naive. Anyway, tortured by like this streetwise cat and stuff, man. You know, threatens her with killing himself and death and stuff like that. And it's just about mental torture.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to put certain things of what a song's really about into a video. Like when you read a book and then it's transferred to a movie, it's like something different to somebody else.
Exactly, good point. Rick.
Okay, we're going to be playing that video in a little bit when the Headbangers Ball continues.
We're going to be playing it in a little bit. Guys.
Doofus.
Good point, Rick. You fucking turd.
I never knew this was from a female perspective. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I don't know if I did.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
It's a girl's point of view, female point of view.
That's even cooler.
Yeah.
Well, is it? Yeah, I can kind of see it now. Well, you should play some.
I will. Yes.
Okay, good. There's one of those shaky. What are those things called?
What are those calls? You
Kabasa?
have them in
Yeah,
music
kabasa?
class. Although live is just doing.
It's a sample. Yeah.
Ah, you said there were no samples.
Well, I know live he has had a little.
Yeah, it is
like a old Roland.
I believe it's
like
a
pad,
kielbasa.
yeah.
If somebody wants to look one up, they were in music
Kielbasa?
class.
Delicious.
No. Sausage.
Using rim shots.
Kabasa. Yeah, you're right, Joe. Kabasa. Yeah. Very good.
What he's doing on drums here is great. Simple.
Yeah, it's very simple. His vocals are awesome. God.
Do you want to talk about the double bass?
The little.
Whatever.
So you're talking about?
Yeah.
You're talking about the just on that part on the chorus.
Yeah, just on that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
yeah.
double bass or if he's just bouncing his.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It could-
but still,
it doesn't
yeah.
have to be, but it's not normal.
No, it's not. It's not. And I didn't know he was doing it until I saw this song live. I didn't even notice that until I watched him live. I was like, because you could hear him going, a little quick little bounce of the pedal.
Oh, let's do it again
So
because
cool.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like an extra little.
It's a
Yeah.
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 Crazy.
It's so cool. To this day, I can't believe how good that song is. It's so weird. I'm like, how is this song this fucking good? God damn.
I was on Listener Domination Liquid Metal like 5 or 6 years ago, and so you got to pick 3 songs, and this is one I picked. This song. I picked Master of Puppets by Metallica, Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden, and This Love by Pantera.
All good
My
picks.
3 songs that I picked. Because and this, I don't know, this it's one of my favorite Pantera songs, but I think it's the reason I picked it for that was just because it's an example of like the melodic stuff. Phil's vocals are awesome. The guitar solo is awesome. The heavy part of the end is pure Pantera. Like it is almost
got
like
it
their
all.
Master of Puppets. Like it's got everything that they do well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's all the
like if you
stuff.
want to, it's got all the ingredients.
Were you gonna say something, Keith?
I was just gonna say. I mean, you could say that about most of the songs on this album, though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. That's true. Actually, you're right. Because listening back, it was still like, God damn, this album is good. It's like
I mean,
almost
it's like
shocking how good it is.
I mean, I mean, every song is great. It's like, even, Live in a Hole, like, maybe is, I mean, like Demons Be Driven.
I have my
like,
least favorites.
Maybe
but
mediocre, but,
they're
one way or another.
still
I mean,
all great.
Yeah, Mouth for War, Level, Walk, Fucking Hostile, This Love, Rise, No Good, Hollow. I mean...
Oh, Hollow.
I mean, we'll get to that. I mean, exactly. I mean, could they have chosen a better song to end this fucking thing?
No.
It's
I mean,
perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, god damn it, this fucking album. God.
Yeah, and once again, the guitar solo in song 2 is fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
It's after the first heavy part, I believe, right? Well, this part.
God.
The drums are perfect.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Boom,
Remember how he used to play this live with his on the drums? He would
There we go, like with the cross. Yeah.
Everything.
He had two Chinas, right? And it was like,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, this solo is it. He kind of does the same thing on the song Tens on Tranquil. He's got this cool melodic riff going on in the background, and then the solo matches it perfectly. I mean, Cemetery Gates is the same way too.
Yeah.
This right here. Voice box.
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
I don't think I noticed that before either. But just literally now. Come on.
I mean, the bass drum part of that, it's just...
God. And this live. They did it live. He's doing heavier.
Yeah, just slowed it down even more.
Yeah.
And then he was screaming, "I can see God," or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I can see God.
Yeah.
So I actually think the next song on the album is the worst
Rise?
song. Not that there's a bad song on the album, but Rise is probably my least favorite. My only issue with it is just there's some really fucking awesome parts of the song, but the inflection of the verses, the way he's like, "No news, good news."
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
But and also the lyrics are a little. When you sent me that clip about him talking about the lyrics, I was like, it's almost a little white power, you know?
Should we, hey, I mean, let's face it. There's a lot of times that this fucking shithead is, kind of.
He has been accused.
He's been accused, and I don't, enough accusations kind of.
I mean, there was a video of him saying white power.
Yeah.
Mockingly, apparently. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
He was drunk off his ass, so I mean,
Yeah, he was.
Who knows?
Well, here, let me play this clip of him talking about. He doesn't specifically say Rise, but he says like lyrics on the album, and he talks about.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Rise or if it was
Attack the Radical, maybe.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's Attack the Radical because he mentions race and whatnot in that song. So
yeah, race, pride.
Yeah, and he says black man, white man, all that stuff. So.
Okay, now I heard the new record. Of course, I've heard the last one, and I've heard even the stuff earlier than that. It seems like every record gets heavier and heavier and heavier, as opposed to trying to get commercial to sell millions of records. You guys get heavier and meaner. Would you kind of agree?
Yes.
Is there any way did you say like let's just make this one just?
It's a logical progression for us. This is how we felt. Not saying that if we're all really happy for the next record, it's going to be written about flowers and peace and stuff like that. But it just came out this way, and it is an angry record, but there's a underlying message that we feel real positive about and hope to get across. I want everybody to read the lyrics real close. You know what I'm saying?
So tell us about some of the lyrics. Like, what were some of the things that you wrote about on this album?
Well, there's a lot of things, especially on MTV, about racism and things like that. That's really, I feel, from just a black standpoint. And I have, you know, it's okay. They have all the reason in the world to be angry and the rise, black man rise and all that stuff. But it's coming from a non-racist white point of view. And they're really strong lyrics. And considering the crowds we play to, we get black kids, Mexican kids, white kids, Japanese, etc., etc. It's for everybody. And that's what this album is for. It's for everybody. Everybody can relate.
My reaction to that.
Well, that's ignorant, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I guarantee you he does not think white privilege is a thing, but that's, you know.
Yeah.
But he could easily, if he showed up in a Trump hat, I'd be like, oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. I mean, pretty sure this guy voted Trump, you know.
I don't get that feeling from the brothers at all.
No.
I don't really have any idea what Rex thinks about anything because he barely ever talks. But
they're from Texas, and you know.
Well, that's being.
I know that's
lumping a group of people together too. You don't have to be that way in Texas
like
either.
The only time I get cringy with Dime, I love Dime, but he did have the Confederate flag guitar, which is like,
I wonder if he would still have it today. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't think back then he's like, "Yeah, man, look at my white power guitar, dude."
No.
Like that was just that Southern pride thing that was, you know, it's that whole thing, and it's not. I don't know. People don't realize they're being racist. One of those things, you know, where you're like, "You're being kind of racist," and they're like, oh, "Am I really?"
Yeah.
Then they get offended about.
Yeah.
You're attacking what. You're attacking something that I've associated with the thing that it does associate with or not. You know, like you get attached to that thing.
Yeah.
It's that racism that's so ingrained that you don't even realize it's racist. It's just so deep in there where you're like, that's racist? It's racist.
Well, again, a lot of things 30 years ago were not really like that are totally
There's
racist
words
now.
that we've all used.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, probably in 100 years, they're going to go, there was a team called the Redskins. I mean, you know, that's
right.
It's one of those things where you're like, took it for granted, and then.
And they fought to remove that name?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, oh, it was Dan Snyder. Okay. We get it.
Oh, that's why.
That guy.
Well, let's play a little bit of Rise. This is a straight up thrash song. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's thrash.
Yeah, but there's something different in this intro. It's the drumming again.
Yeah, it's like groove.
Every fucking song.
It just builds a little bit, you know, every time he goes through, he adds a little something.
Yeah.
Wait, can you go back to that right before the verse? You could. That drum fill he does. It's just a snare and a hi-hat.
Oh,
So he does that, like he hits the snare twice. Is it twice? Whatever it is. In the hi-hat, and then he mutes it right away.
Yeah.
That quickly.
Yeah, because he usually plays with his hi-hat open. So he just...
You can hear him mute it there, but it's so fast. And
it's fast, yeah.
No one ever mutes a
fucking
hi-hat.
amazing.
It's an interesting choice.
Huh? Well,
Can you... are you choking it? Like, are you...
It's just like a cymbal.
No, he's playing with it open, then he just put his foot over there and going... Bonk.
Okay.
No, I think he's got it. That had to be his hand muting it.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's choking it? Like,
because it just stops. I think he hits it and
Maybe
then
you're right.
he hits.
Huh? Could be, yeah.
I don't know. It sounds quick.
It is quick. Groove.
Yeah. Played a lot of this song.
Yeah.
Okay. I said this song could have been on Far Beyond Driven to me. It sounds like it could have been part of that.
Yeah, I
album.
can see that. Yeah.
Just because it's so kind of brutal and fast.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. I do have a favorite moment of this song. This riff. Hold on. The guitar solo? Shocking. No, but there's a riff after the solo that's really awesome.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Where he's
Yeah.
super fast.
Oh, yeah, that is awesome.
This here.
Yeah.
And then the riff after it. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
He's matching that on the bass too. It sounds good. Oh, did he do a little slide there too?
He did, yeah. Nasty.
Can we break that down a little bit more again here? I want to hear that again.
Sure. Oh, the bass is doing stuff. Yeah, the bass is doing almost like a.
He's doing some slide, I think, in there.
And almost like a.
Not every time though.
Yeah, not every time. And there's like a little, almost like do 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 do, like he's going from a high note to the low note to get to that point. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for there, but
Is he just sliding while he's playing it?
maybe. But it sounded to me like there were like purposeful notes there, like do 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 don't. But yeah,
I don't know if there's a name for it.
no,
It's just that thing.
just that thing. Yeah.
Oh, that thing.
It's that Pantera thing. Are his solos sort of like more in the right channel a little bit? Seems like maybe.
Maybe
Maybe you're deaf in the left.
Yeah, maybe. Well, when we're listening to that, it seemed like there was more bass in the left and more solo in the right. At least in that song. At least
I guess
to
we
me,
gotta listen to
sounded
it
like
again.
that. It wasn't fully in the right, but
yeah.
I can't tell.
I think you might be onto something.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's not fully right, but it's a little bit leaning.
Mm-hmm.
The bass is left leaning and the guitar is right leaning.
Why you gonna make it political?
Okay.
Boy.
No good. Attack the Radical.
Attack the Radical.
Attack the Radical. This is the groove in this song. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Can we go back already?
There's like an echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
I've always wondered what's going on there. Is it that? I mean, it's obviously purposeful. They didn't do anything by mistake on these albums, but what the fuck is?
I don't know. It's like a weird echo in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just an echo from the amp in the room? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. It couldn't be, right? What? How the fuck did that happen?
No, I think they just wanted I'm guessing they just wanted a background thing there.
But how would you do that? In 1992, especially.
I don't know. Terry Date's a magician. I don't know.
Yeah. I can't believe nobody had a comment on that.
What are you, a wizard?
There's
I don't
gotta
know.
be a story to it. If anybody knows.
I couldn't find anything on it. No, I have no idea. The drums.
Yeah.
It gets even groovier.
Yeah.
We just little palm mute there too.
In this case, there's a problem with race because of ignorant past burn fires. From evolution, we've been killing each other. I think man should have it down to a science. No chance, not for a minute, not for a second. I won't be defensive. I'm straight out. In my opinion, you better listen to a man who knows what he's saying. I see your side. You're running hot from the mere fact that you feel inferior. Be superior, and now you're interior. Race, pride, prejudice. Black man, white man, no stand. Live in the past, we make it last.
Oh, the drums right there.
No solution, my pollution for revolution.
That's weird.
Yeah. And here too.
Vocals there. So good. God.
And it's kind of a weird riff too, like to put drums to that riff. Like, what? But I guess they understand each other, or understood each other. But it's a weird riff.
Yeah. Yeah, and the verse riff is like, it's not even non-existent. It's just bass, right? Mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like, what's the song on the album before they do that? Is it The Sleep?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
No, it's Medicine Man. They do that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
understand
Yeah.
well.
That's right.
Yeah. There's a moment in this song, too, that's...
I wanted to look up the riff on the tab for it because it sounds fun to play.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a great riff.
Learn this one. It's got to be tuned down though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, on bass at least. It's probably, I don't know if it's all tuned down on guitar, but cool.
Oh yeah. God.
That's another example of where, like, the drum choice there is really cool.
Yeah.
Because he could have just been like, da 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 da, you know, like,
Yeah.
boom, but it's like
Floor tom
really,
and
yeah.
So there's no sample at the end of this song either, because it sounds like the drums have.
There's some weird percussion stuff going on. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a
like
note on that,
domination.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some effects on that for sure.
There's got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's an extra snare, too.
Yeah, there's some extra stuff going on there.
Yeah, I actually said that I could see how bands like Slipknot were influenced by that part,
Yeah.
you know?
100%.
All that percussion.
Yeah,
You know,
the
the extra
groove and-
snares, the extra
Yeah.
little bit of stuff going on there. Yeah.
Don't forget the part in that song where Phil goes,
Oh yeah, I think it's like right before the second verse or something. Or maybe
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you gotta find it. I didn't write it down, but I think it's
Do you think he bumped into something?
I just like that it's in there. Like, what is happening there?
He was gonna start another verse, but he was oh shit, no.
He was about to knock something over. He was like, "Oh,
oh, dope." All right, live in a hole. They're all good.
Ooh. Starts off really good.
Starts with a solo.
Yeah,
we'll get that a lot. Voice box again.
This one I knew.
Yeah. That's another weird riff. Like
it is.
Sounds like there's some chords on the bass there too, doesn't it?
Some backing vocals there too, like really low in the background, just like low octave stuff, like
similar to what he did in Walk.
Yeah,
this song's apparently about social anxiety.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that. I always thought that the Talkbox thing they did because of their them touring with Ratchild.
I thought about that too,
because I know.
I think it was because they toured with Megadeth.
I remember when Dimebag came out and did the Desert Grins thing. Maybe we come out and do that part. So I think, but just the fact that they tour with Wrathchild, and Wrathchild has this prominent part of this song with a talkbox. Next album, Pantera puts out, has talkbox stuff. It's like, interesting.
Rip off.
You mentioned Megadeth. I should read this part about
Wrathchild had distortion on their guitars. This album has distortion.
Dave Mustaine invented distortion.
You mentioned I really want to get this Megadeth thing. I want to mention this because I'm going to forget it otherwise. So we can edit this in post if you want to. But
yeah,
Vinnie Ball said after the Skid Row tour ended, we did a European tour with the Megadeth and we smoked them off the stage every night. He said Dave Mustaine was pissed off. Pantera had just caught on in Europe and our fans were bleeding for us. Then we played some shows with Megadeth in the States and it was the same story. We butted heads with Dave here and there a bunch of times. He was trying to get sober, but then he would sneak off and disappear and no one would find him for a while. Phil Anselmo chimes in and he says, Dave Mustaine was on this anti-drinking crusade at the time. He was not drinking, so no one should be drinking. And that never worked for Pantera. So there was a little bit of fence there. I don't know what that is. The sober side where everyone in Megadeth had to do what Dave said, and our side, which was just a big old party. On this particular tour, my boxing coach could not come, and Dave had a karate sensei with him. Of course he did.
Of course he did.
So me and this guy started talking and working together a little bit. I started boxing with the guy. He showed me some of his karate shit. We got tighter. We started hanging out more and more. He started partying with us a little bit. Next thing you know, he's drunk with us almost every fucking night. Oh my God, I stole Mustaine's trainer away from him, and he got drunk with us every night.
It's awesome.
There's more to it, and he talks about how, Dime came up with the black tooth grin because of the whole, as we know, the lyric in that sweating bullets.
Yeah.
But I thought that was hilarious. I just had to read that.
Just the thought of Megadeth versus Pantera on stage
Oh my
in,
God.
in 1992.
Not even
Give me a
fucking
break.
close.
Like this versus Psychotron.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, God.
By Demons Be Driven or Psychotron? Which one am
Yeah.
I going to?
It's like the Ultimate Warrior versus a no-name wrestler.
Ultimate Warrior versus Bob Johnson.
It is like that. Versus Psychotron.
Literally, Psychotron.
He's-
I don't think he's breathing.
Hypnotized by the blueser.
Hyptis.
What was that guy's name? The announcer? The
Lord
Well, that
Alfred
was-
Hayes.
Alfred
Lord
Hayes.
Alfred-
Lord
Lord
Alfred
Alfred
Hayes. Yeah.
he was British, right?
Promotional consideration paid for by the following. He used to play that in all those shows.
Yes. All right. We should get back to this album. Is there anything else on Live in a Hole? I mean, play a little bit of the chorus here. Awesome.
Time change there.
Little Black Sabbathy part here.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
You can hear a lot of bass during this solo too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the hi-hat thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool. Let's see. Regular People.
Conceit.
I don't know why they put Conceit on there.
I don't know.
I don't either.
This is a weird riff too. The drums.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a weird fucking riff.
I know, it really is.
Ah, so cool.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long intro.
Yeah.
I love the lyric. Any streetwise son of a bitch knows.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with this.
Fuck with this.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Yo.
Rarely do I actually have to look at the tablature during the show because the riffs are so cool.
Yeah, this would be a fun one to learn. I should learn this one.
Those chords he's playing, right after the weird riff, the heavy riff,
Yeah.
like they're just major chords, but he's going up. It's like it's just a major. It's the root in the major third, but it sounds so fucking huge.
Yeah.
In that context, the way he's doing it.
I would rip that off a lot, just to play that like like if you're playing a C, for example, you play the G on the E string. So what is that, the major fifth or?
If you're playing a C on the A string?
Yeah. So if you're playing like a C power chord, but you're also incorporating like the G on the E string.
Oh no, he's not doing that. He's playing like when you first hear that that heavy riff, it's he's playing the G and so it's an E power chord, so it's palm muted. It's open E and then the B on the A string, and then he's just putting probably his middle finger down on the 3rd fret, but keeping the E. But then he moves it up to the 4th and the 4 and the 3, and then the 5 and the 6 each time. And then there's kind of a turnaround that he does. So you know what? And it makes sense because that's kind of the opening riff of "Eye of the Beholder" by Metallica. They do that.
Oh yeah.
And it sounds like it, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Don't forget the part where it goes. You know what I'm talking about? This song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole part where it's like. Oh
yeah, this part. I was gonna play this part anyway. So.
Yeah.
The solo is awesome again, and then it goes into that riff, and then okay.
I'm getting it in the right channel again, more than the left.
This goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Left to right.
Yeah.
Oh, and it alternates.
Yeah.
Cool bass there.
Yeah.
And this riff.
Come on.
Was that a Headbanger's Ball?
Yeah.
Riff?
Yeah. Oh.
You may double time it after this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the end is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was Headbanger's Ball too.
Yeah.
The very end.
Yeah, that that part, yeah. Yeah.
By Demons Be Driven.
This might be the best 2 ending songs on an album of all time.
It's so good. That heavy, the way it starts and the way it ends is just.
I have to challenge you on that, Joe. That's a Master of Puppets.
Orion
Damage.
Damage Incorporated, yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't including instrumentals, obviously.
Oh, okay. Obviously. How did I not know that? This riff. God.
Just mean.
Almost a little White Zombie-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's way better than White Zombie.
Well, yeah, but
true.
Like, I kind of know how he's doing that noise, but there's more to it.
I think it's just doubled. But yeah, it's.
But it's not. I mean, obviously there's 2 notes. He's bending one farther than the other, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's something extra going on. I feel like. Well, maybe not.
It's.
Who knows if this tab's even right though?
It's kind of similar. And in Walk, he doesn't really do a full bend. It's like this weird half, almost like in between a half and a full bend. That main riff. It's kind of like that, but so it's not quite, because when you're doing that kind of bend, I can't really explain it that well, but when you're doing that kind of bend, it almost has a point where it sounds really clean. So it's like if you're doing a solo, when you hit that specific kind of bend, it's like supposed to sound really clean. This is purposely sounding a little weird and just off, you know?
Yeah.
It's not quite hitting the right notes together, so it sounds
he wants
almost wrong.
He wants it to sound like a demon, probably.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
So it should sound
one that's driving?
painful. Huh?
Yeah. The one that's driving.
Yes.
One that's driving.
Yes.
The driving demon.
A literal car.
Probably Miss Daisy's in the back.
Oh man.
Yeah, why is the title is like it's like Yoda said it.
Yeah, you're right.
The harmonics all over the place.
And the vocals are doubled, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing that low thing again.
Is he doing just the low thing? I think there's 2 tracks of them doing the regular
That
part.
could be. Yeah.
Because it kind of sounds echoey.
Could be 3 tracks.
Could be.
Could be 4, 5.
I could see as many as 5 tracks there.
No more than 5 though.
Probably that's absurd. This riff is the verse riff is obviously much more melodic than the intro.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of like a solo riff almost as the verse riff.
Yep. And it's full of harmonics.
It's reminiscent of 25 years to me.
Oh yeah, I can hear that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's full of pinches.
Yeah.
Your vocals are distorted too. Makes it a little creepier.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty neat.
Pretty neat.
The end of this. The end. What does it do? 10 times that.
Yeah. I always consider it like 2 extra.
Yeah.
And it's like they took the fader or the recording and just you'll hear.
Oh yeah, it's silent.
Yeah, it's really
it just
silent.
stops. Yeah.
Until the last one.
Yeah.
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 That's got to be produced.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Pull those faders down.
Yeah. Well, now you just go into Pro Tools and
Right. Yeah.
highlight this much and fade out.
Live, Vinnie Paul would do he's having to go like this, like he's hitting the snare and a crash at the same time, but he had to mute the crash while he's hitting the snare, so he had to go like,
Jesus.
Yeah. You can watch videos of him doing it. It's crazy.
All right. Hollow. So this song, I have a little bit on this from Phil talking about this song. Not audio. This was in the book. Let's see. He says, so this is from Phil and Selma. He said, I had healthy doses of loss from early in my life, in New Orleans especially. There was a punk rock band there called Shell Shock that actually featured the guitar player Kirk Weinstein and singer from Crowbar, and the I Hate God drummer, guitarist and down drummer Jimmy Bauer. He said that set the bar for the local scene. In 1988, their guitar player Mike Hatch, one of my good friends, committed suicide. I had pretty much just moved to Texas. I couldn't attend his funeral because Pantera was playing. I was devastated. I also had a former high school friend named Roman who had taken his life. I had a friend named Henry who had taken his life so tragically as well. So Hollow is not a specific song about any one of them. It's a collective. I think even then, when I was writing in 1992, I knew that people were going to take the lyrics and make them their own. I tried to make it as heart-throttling, gut-wrenching for everyone to relate to. So it's not about one specific person. I listen back to it now, and I think of Dimebag every single time I listen to the song now. I know that's not about Dimebag, but it's still like, it could be, you know, like there's moments in the song where it's like he could be singing about dying there totally, and it just like kills me. I'm like, oh God, you know, like that my best friend part at the end. Every fucking time I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, come back. Oh, gets me every time. But yeah, this song's fucking awesome, and I think like this isn't a ballad, right? But it's the slower song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
This song and This Love are like the two ballad-y type songs on this album, right? All right, well, let's play a little bit of this song. I don't want to get like this song's long, so
yeah.
I'll
Is it?
come in the middle.
It's not super long.
5 minutes 45. I guess not that long. Let's see. Oh.
I just said that.
But I know we can't feel. No one knows what's done is done. It's as if you were
So is that a solo or a kind of a riff? Feels kind of more like a riff.
It reminds me of like the kind of Fade to Black, you know.
Yeah.
After the first chorus, there's the little thing, and it's just like a little interlude almost. But yeah, it was almost like a riff as opposed to a I'm sorry, yeah.
A solo.
Yeah, solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Either way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This part, oh.
Yeah.
This whole fucking part.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So good.
yes, hollow inside alone. A shell of my flesh, just flesh and bone. There's no soul, he sees no love. I sing my piss and skies above. Man and God. Man. He is hollow as I converse. I wish he'd waken from this curse. Hear my words before it's through. I want to come in after you. My best friend. My
Love this part.
best friend. Come back.
God, that
I gotta
riff.
play that again because, God, every time I get chills, every fucking time. There's that little thing right after he says, I think it's after the whoa, whoa. You hear a little harmonic like ding dong.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
so
so
cool.
cool.
It's so awesome. Yeah.
So cool.
They changed the riff a little bit, that one part too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God,
Perfect drums.
groove.
Yeah.
He's coming up right here too. Forgot, it kind of ends and starts again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I love when it goes. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
So
Badass.
cool.
It's like metal thrash. You're not allowed to do what feels improvised in your riffs.
Yeah.
Like, well, we're going to. Fuck off.
Oh man. Should we talk about that song, "Piss"?
Yeah.
Hey, sure.
Yeah.
It's
Might as well.
it's good.
Have you heard this,
I
Keith?
did not. I did not listen to this. Back.
I mean, it's you'll be familiar with the riff and most of the song. I think.
Some of it, yeah.
Right.
This is it was released on what, the 20th anniversary of Vulgar Display, I think?
Yeah.
2012.
2012, yeah.
Those drums don't sound the same.
They don't.
They don't.
The bass drum's louder.
Yeah. Bass guitar sounds nastier too.
Half-ass for most his life. Piss poor little ham.
Yeah.
No. So do you recognize that, Keith? Like that part?
No.
You don't? Oh, I guess we should play it for you.
Yeah. Explain it to him.
Please. Yes.
It's
I was just trying to say something to him. Use my third arm. It's like the
slower.
Oh yeah. Okay. So. Jeez. Wow.
These guys did not like cops way before it was cool. Well, I mean, there were rap acts, didn't, but
Yeah.
for
I'm
metal,
pretty sure NWA probably didn't like.
for metal, they were early.
Yeah. Anyway, that song "Piss" it's fine. It's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds cool. I mean,
It's a good song. It's,
Yeah.
the album.
So is it? So pretty much they wrote it and it, just didn't make the cut to be on
they-
this album, and then they converted it into something else and
Yeah.
on.
It's
Farther
kind of
under,
cool. It's what is it? He says you're like piss in the wind or something. It's
Yeah.
we're good. Yeah.
I guess it was a forgotten track that Vince Paul found when they were going through gonna do the reissue for 2012.
But it wasn't. The recording doesn't sound the same. So
No, I know.
That's
There's
why
something weird about it.
I don't believe that they recorded it in that session.
Yeah.
Or they completely
They could have.
remixed
They
it.
could have remastered it for
Yeah.
the 20th, something like that.
But even if you compare the remastered Vulgar with that song, it sounds different.
Yeah.
I can play a little bit of the chorus.
What does that sound like?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, that does sound like something too.
I'm gonna have to listen to all their albums again now. That riff.
Well,
Darn it.
Cowboys going forward.
Yeah.
Not all the albums.
Fine, I'll do it.
Metal Magic. You gonna listen to that one first?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, Project
I heard that one like 3 times in my life. I think we're good.
And then Power Metal.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Power Metal.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never heard Metal Magic
I don't know if I've heard that one.
or
Project
Project
in the
Jungle.
Jungle.
No.
No, I don't think I want to. Old
Let me
singer.
just
too.
do my. Let me set this playlist up now.
That fucking Cheeto or whatever it is on the
Oh my
cover.
God.
What?
So
Have you
bad.
seen the album cover? I think it's
The
Metal
worst
Magic. isn't
album
it?
cover
It is-
ever.
Yeah, it's Metal Magic. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Which one are you talking about?
I think it's Metal Magic.
Power Metal.
Yeah.
Oh man, you can't even get these on Apple Music.
Oh, Metal Magic.
You can only get their 5 good albums on there.
What a shame.
Here.
That's something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Metal Magic has the.
As the weird
Oh.
monster-esque,
Yeah. It's
that humanoid monster-esque looking
It's like
thing.
it's a cat.
Oh my God.
Well, it's a panther.
Yes,
Oh,
the Panther.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what that
How'd I
means.
miss that?
Not all panthers are black.
So let's get back to how great Hollow is, because we are now talking about how corny and cheesy the earlier versions of this band were, and
Hey, they
Hollow
did it
is,
to themselves.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. To me, I think Hollow is my favorite song on the album.
Wow.
I mean, let's face it, it's probably a juggling, you know.
It's
Yeah.
tough.
I'm saying that because we just listened to it. You know, earlier in this
Yeah.
conversation, you know, Mouth for War, New Level, and Walk were my favorite. Fucking Hostile, definitely. And now that we just played Hollow, Hollow is my favorite right now.
Those last 2 songs, my God, they're so good.
Yeah, they really are. Yep.
I mean, there's one of those very rare albums where it's just like, I mean, even the worst song on this is still like better than like a lot of other albums' best songs.
Oh, exactly. I was thinking
Anything
about
on that, anything on that Megadeth album.
that. Exactly.
It's not even the same fucking sport.
Psychotron. Your soul better belong to Jesus.
Oh
Your
God.
ass belong to me.
No.
Good Lord.
No.
Yeah, I said earlier, Rise is the worst song, but
pussy was so.
even with Rise being the worst song, that song blows away anything on that Megadeth album.
Yeah.
Or the Suicidal album, for that matter. But anyway.
Yeah.
Hey.
It does.
Listen.
And I liked that album.
Yeah, but well, yeah, I mean, let's face it. We are currently talking about one of the greatest metal albums, if not albums, that has been composed. I mean, this
Yeah.
it just doesn't stop.
No.
It's just, I mean, God damn it. For this era of heavy metal, let's face it, we've discussed the fact that, you know, thrash was dying, you know, with the like explosion of alternative, you know, it was changing. It had a very definite effect on metal. And then this motherfucker drops. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. And, I mean, as much as, let's face it, you know, metal was definitely, you know, kind of, you know, on the downturn. This thing, I kept it, I mean, this album alone kept heavy metal, I think, you know, functioning and, you know, important for at least a couple more years.
Yeah, for sure.
And then new metal happened.
Well, we did get a little bit of feedback. I put a post up on Facebook the other day asking for feedback. We didn't get much, but our buddy Phil Rapella, who was in a band with me, Tim and Joe, he said a couple things. He said it changed metal forever. Nothing mainstream was as brutal as this album was, and it was the final nail for hair metal. So,
yeah,
which is pretty true. He also said, let's see, this was also the album that ushered in the Dimebag Darrell dynasty. In my opinion, he was the most important guitar player since Eddie. He ushered in new, tighter tones, heavier riffs. On Vulgar, he cemented his status as one of the great guitar gods. He started to stray from the super technical leads to a more fun rhythmic lead, mostly because he because live he didn't have the rhythmic tracks. Okay, I don't know about that, but as a drummer, how huge was Vinnie Paul's drum influence on future drummers? Also, other than Metallica, who had a bigger influence on metal than Pantera? I can't think of anyone. Also, sadly, they may be the last to ever do it in this musical landscape. So,
Yeah, to have that much of an impact, probably.
yeah, I mean, I guess you could argue that Slipknot had some influence on a lot of new bands that are coming out today, but even them, not nearly as much as Pantera did on.
No.
Because, you know, like...
I mean, if you go back further, you go with Motorhead, Sabbath.
Yes, yeah, if you go backwards,
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's face it, that's the
Well, I'm just
creation
trying to
of the
get.
genre.
Well, I was trying to get the lineage going here,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
those guys. I kind of put Maiden in there. I don't know if they're super. Well, I shouldn't say it. There's. I maybe you put Maiden in.
Yeah,
Metallica.
I absolutely put Maiden. I mean, exactly. These are the most important bands that have, you know.
I mean, as far as
affected the genre, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that was the one thing. Like, let's face it. When it comes to Pantera, you know, I forget. You know, there was an interview ages ago. You guys maybe even talked about this. You know, the big thing about them is just like, you know, what they did is they, you know, so many, you know, songs in metal like would have, you know, chorus or reverse chorus, and then during the bridge it hit that cool part where they just the groove. And Pantera did it where they just, well, you know what? Why don't we make the entire song that fucking awesome groove part? And it's just like, holy shit! No one else had really like kind of made the verses as like freaking just gut punch. Just nonstop gut punch the entire fucking song instead of just coming up with a riff of like, all right,
yeah,
come up with some lyrics to sing along that, and then in the middle we'll do this cool thing where I do this, and you know, let's face it, you know, Don was like, well, how about if I just do the cool thing right here and do that nonstop for 5 minutes?
Yeah,
and then let's face it, you know, Vinny was just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this drum beat, and then I'm gonna change it a little bit. And then I'm just gonna hit that little like ride cymbal in the middle. Yeah. Ding! And brilliant. Oh,
yeah. Pantera's like, we're just gonna do like it's steak and ice cream all the time.
I mean,
the do all the good stuff.
Their composition is just the use of rhythm within what they did was just, you know, no one else was doing anything like that. And yeah, I would love to think that, you know, their effect on music in general has, you know, gotten more people doing crazier shit.
Yeah. It's interesting how they have, like, you know, Metallica kind of has their kind of
garbage
big four albums to start with, and when Phil came in, it was like they have the big four albums to start with too. Like, I don't know. It seems like
let's not talk about the first.
No.
No.
What do you mean they had their?
Well, I mean, like
Cowboys, this, Far Beyond, and Great Southern are their big four. You know,
they
didn't have any after. They had
they did.
albums.
They had Reinventing the Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
was,
I don't know.
It's a really good album, though.
It's good.
It's a good album. Yeah, it's just,
I don't think it's as good as the others.
Well, I mean,
it kind of drops down quality-wise.
We're talking about one of the greatest albums in the entire genre here. Like, are they gonna like? I'm sorry, but there's no way in hell any band has been able to repeat a complete and total utter brilliance over and over again.
So they went.
I'm sure all of you are like Metallica.
So they went Cowboys and then bumped up to this album.
Yeah,
and then it was a slope down. From there out.
This was their peak for sure.
Yeah, Apex. Yeah.
But I mean, Metallica had a peak too. Like Metallica's peak was Puppets and Justice for All, and then they kind of, you know, I'll even admit, like
crashed down to shit.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's not true.
That's not what I said. But you know, I guess my point is like these bands have this like amazing amount of creativity over like a 10-year period of time, where it's just like everything they do is it's just like amazing, you know. And then it's just gone.
Then they end up millionaires and just don't come up with any good ideas anymore.
Yeah. Well, and the unfortunate thing with Pantera is they, you know,
started fighting.
I can't. Phil's whole thing with his chronic pain, and I mean, I think it was mostly heroin that was contributing to his issues.
Yeah.
I think that just kind of pushed things over the edge for them, and they grew apart because of it.
What's with these? Yeah. Well, yeah, it was quite ugly at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. That kind of shit happens to a lot of bands, and there are, you know, Bad Blood is kind of that. What are your feelings about this tour that's going to be coming on? I mean, I think, let's face it, I would say both of the Abbott brothers are rolling in their graves over it. There's no
wouldn't
way
be happening
if
Vince was still alive. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, exactly. But let's face it, this is a band that, you know, as much as nothing, Damage Plan, any of the goddamn garbage that fucking Anselmo's done.
No, I mean, even Down's first album, which is great, doesn't touch.
Nothing is touched what this band did, and this band's significance, considering so many people that are into, you know, kind of all of the bands that really kind of got influenced by these guys. You know, so many people haven't seen this shit, so I think it's okay that they're doing it. I definitely, you know, would say that yes, you know, Daryl and you know, Phil would definitely not be happy that it's happening.
Vince.
But you know, it is, and you know, people should.
It's
go witness
obviously
it. You know?
It's obviously not going to be the same. I mean, it's not going to have the same energy that Pantera had.
I mean, hey, let's face it. You know, the guys they got. I mean, it's fucking Charlie and, you know.
Oh yeah,
Zach.
That's awesome.
I mean, they'll definitely be able to pull their own weight in you know,
for sure,
mimicking. And people should go and try and have fun and stuff. And let's hope that, you know, Phil doesn't.
I don't think Phil's going to be even close to being able to sing this shit.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing. Is like, I'm sure it's expensive as hell, and
Oh yeah.
and you're gonna have like a possibly fat, unable to perform Phil. I don't know. Maybe he'll get in shape and sound great. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I wish it wasn't called Pantera.
it's not gonna be. Yeah, that's the other thing. It shouldn't be.
Call it like a celebration of Pantera or something.
It's literally like saying, you know, we're gonna do a Van Halen tour without, you know, Eddie and Alex.
Yeah.
You wouldn't call that Van Halen. It would be
I mean,
like,
what else could they fucking call it? You know, a tribute to Pantera. It's still Rex and you know it's still two of the more important.
But
well, I don't think if you had Ringo and Paul McCartney, they wouldn't come out as the Beatles. You know?
Right.
It's a weird thing.
It is a weird thing. I don't think that the four of us can come up with a good, you know, solution to that dilemma. But you know,
I mean, look, if the tickets aren't that expensive, I might go.
I would go.
There's
if it's
no
cheap.
way. Yeah, I would go if it was. There's no way in fucking hell this thing's gonna be cheap.
No,
this thing's gonna be fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah, they've only announced they're playing festivals so far, which is not great, and it's all European shows, I think, so far. Maybe there's one U.S. show that they've announced, but it's all festival shit. I don't want to go to a festival. I'm not doing that.
Those sucked when we were young.
I know.
Yeah.
If they come on their own and have like one opening act, and it's like, you know,
100 something.
Yeah,
it's a tally ho.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not going to happen.
Where would they play? Probably Merriweather or Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, it would definitely be.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it would be. Where did you guys see Maiden last?
Capital One.
Capital One. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be Capital One. Yeah. This tour, I think this tour is.
think so.
This tour, it's. Let's face it, it's Pantera. as much as you say it shouldn't be Pantera, whatever.
If they played Fillmore, I'd be there. Like if they played Fillmore and Silver Spring, I'd be there.
I think they can do a hockey arena. I think those are too big.
I think this is going to guarantee like a bigger venue than
maybe in New York they could fill a big arena.
I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up at Anthem in DC.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I have no frame of reference. I've never been.
I've never been either, but
it's a good venue.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, we should grade this.
So, yeah. Oh well. Gee, I wonder what.
I think we already did, but
how many pluses?
A+ across the board.
Yeah.
This is A+, 100%. Like A+ could even be you could say 97.8% is an A+ technically. No, this is 100% A+, no matter what.
This flat out like I'm the punk on the metal show. This is an album that every motherfucker should own.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if all you listen to is jazz. You should go out, buy this album, and it should be in your collection. This is that significant. To me, the greatest album ever composed is Miles Davis' Kind of Blue. Flat out. This is like right up there with Miles Davis' Kind of Blue. Like, no bullshit. This is an incredible fucking album from the first goddamn beat to the end of Hollow. And I mean, it starts incredible. It ends incredible. There's just nothing to complain about here. It is just an album that kicks your fucking ass from start to finish, doesn't end, and it's enjoyable ass kicking.
Yeah,
I love getting my ass kicked to this goddamn album.
Yeah, if I was gonna get my ass kicked, I would want it to be to this.
You haven't watched the new one yet? I haven't watched the new one yet.
Not yet. Yeah, it's out.
Yeah, it came out.
What's it on?
HBO.
HBO Max.
Okay.
I heard it's good.
Nobody knows anymore what anything's on.
I know.
Whoa.
I asked the Roku remote to find stuff now. I just speak into it.
There is one thing though, like Eric, if you could find it on YouTube or something. There's what's that damn show called? Beavis and Butthead clip about Pantera.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a tear, Pantera? Is Daddy's little girl crying?
Yeah.
You're gonna kick your ass into near that until next Tuesday.
Yes, Pantera, yeah.
Yeah. But, what's going on here?
Don't worry about it, it starts rocking.
Ooh, baby.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Does this Pantera guy ever relax?
I don't think so. This guy's dad must have kicked his ass when he was a kid.
Yeah, really. He was like, damn it, Pantera, this beer is warm. Get me another one.
Yeah. He was like, you treat your stepmother with respect, Pantera. Or you'll be sleeping in the street.
Yeah. He's like, damn it, Pantera, I told you to get out there and mow that lawn. Oh, what's this? Is that a tear, Pantera? Oh, is Daddy's little girl upset? I'm gonna kick your ass on the next Tuesday. Now get out of here and quit acting like a damn little girl.
Settle down, Beavis.
Yeah, thanks. Ooh. That was pretty cool.
Is that from the old show or the new ones?
Old show.
That's old. Oh yeah, that is flat out from '92.
What's funny is he didn't have a very good relationship with his stepdad, so we're not far off.
Really? Wow.
Have you heard the song
Shocking.
25 Years?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I thought he was just. I thought just his natural demeanor was to be an angry person.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think there was any emotional trauma in his upbringing at all.
No, it couldn't possibly be.
Yeah, I still think it's hilarious that Eddie Trunk, I believe, voted him most intelligent guy in rock and roll.
Phil?
What?
Yeah. It was something, some award thing they were doing on That Metal Show, years upon years ago when That Metal Show was still being aired.
Wow.
But it was
Okay.
like, the smartest guy in rock and roll was Phil Anselmo. No.
He must have been.
No.
There must have been something in it for Eddie.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he can talk about himself in some way or another afterwards.
Like he would be allowed into some party or something if he
Yeah.
said something nice about Phil.
God.
I didn't grade it officially.
Neither did I, actually.
Well,
Or did I? It's an A+. plus.
We said at the beginning, A+. Yeah,
A plus.
It's Pantera's best album and one of the best albums ever.
yeah, it is their obviously.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. It is their best album. I mean, does everyone
Yeah.
agree that?
Yeah.
No, this is the best album.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah.
they have other good albums, but Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ. I mean, I'm like thinking about this, like, I'm not sure, all right, Master is like maybe better than this. I mean, that's the whole thing. This is like one of the best albums in the entire fucking genre, let alone rock and roll. I mean, this is just like, it's like, Folsom Prison Blues, like Live at Folsom Prison is like fucking one of the best live albums there is. And that's like right with this,
How about metal albums from the in the 90s?
This is
what else could touch this?
This is probably the best.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best.
I mean, some people think that Roots was huge, and I mean,
Yeah,
all right,
CD's
but
better.
there's no way it's like this.
It's not even their best album.
Yeah, CD's better.
Yeah, way
Yeah,
better.
no, I mean, like,
way better. Fuck, that album's so good.
Yeah,
we get to talk about that next year.
Next year, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Roots came out
And
in
Annihilator.
93?
Don't forget about Annihilator.
Not Roots.
Oh, yeah.
Not Roots.
KSAD.
Chaos AD. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it so much I bought it twice on vinyl. Didn't realize.
I'll take one of those.
I think Eric claimed it.
I claimed it already. Sorry.
It's on Merch Bar. It's not very. Well, I got it when it was on sale. I think I don't know what it is now. But and Keith, if you'd ever fucking join Telegram, you could be in on all this.
Yeah.
One day. It'll happen.
That's
one
where
day.
we see deals and send them to each other because it's so easy to do on that app. I guess it's easy on text message too.
It's easier on Telegram because I'm on my computer.
You can send so much shit on there easily. God, it's good.
Yeah, I
Send
don't.
MP3s. I love that.
I usually get like the daily deals from Merch Bar, and that's where I just copy the link and paste it into Telegram in 2 seconds.
Yeah. And the best thing about it is it's cross-platform compatible. Everything works seamlessly. Apple to Android. Videos look good. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
I
none
forgot
of
about
this-
that stupid crap.
Yeah, there's
videos
there's none of
don't
that
work on each
bullshit
other.
with like, well, that's an Apple sending to an Android, so it's none of that bullshit. It's great. Yeah.
So Telegram, Vulgar Display of Power, A+.
Both.
I used to think this was like, and maybe I guess I still do. I don't know. I maybe I don't think about this stuff, but anymore. Like this was, how did I used to frame it? Like the most, like if you were a teenage boy, you needed to like this should be required listening, just to help you get through some shit in your life. Like Henry Rollins' old albums, you have to hump, like you can hump, like that you just fucking hang on to. Like this is probably the top metal, like for me, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
hump this album, buy it and hump it.
Yeah, like if you had to keep 5 albums, throw everything else
What's
away.
that? Yeah,
this
what is that
one
stupid
you're
game?
keeping.
The Desert Island album.
The Desert Island, yeah.
Yeah, you're keeping this one.
Yeah.
It's
You need to.
you have to.
Yep.
Well then.
All right.
Good times.
I
That's
think we're
probably
good.
the most positive and fully agreed upon album we've ever reviewed. Wouldn't you say?
Give me a break. But I mean, this is this. I mean, what other album is as good as this? That we're ever going to talk about. I mean,
And we talked about Justice. I think we all.
I mean,
gave that one.
sure. I mean, Justice is incredible. Master is
We haven't
incredible.
talked about yet.
And I mean, I would say this, you know.
But you can hear the bass guitar on this album.
Ooh.
Yes,
That's
you can.
true.
Yes,
I mean,
you can.
there are very few that you know come close to this fucking album.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all we all loved. There was a Soundgarden album we talked about. I think it was
Bad
was it,
Motorfinger.
Bad Motorfinger,
Bad
wasn't it?
Motorfinger.
Bad Motorfinger, yeah.
We all gave that high grade. Dirt by Alice in Chains. We all loved that. So
I think this one, it just feels more.
Angel Dust.
You know?
Also.
Absolutely. Like, let's face it, those credible albums. Fucking yes, straight A's across the board. This one, you know, plus. This is an absolute must own. Anybody who doesn't own this goddamn thing should go out today, buy it.
Yep.
And I think we're all of us are more like emotionally attached to this album than those other ones too. Like it means more to all of us than it does those other.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was more influential on us, and it was more like meaningful to us than those other albums.
I mean,
So
in 1992, you know, I was, you know, a sophomore and then a junior in high school, and yes, it was.
yeah, this was our soundtrack basically in high school. I mean, yeah. So
Not all of us, but yeah.
75% of us.
Is someone a little older than the other three?
This would be a soundtrack to Pizza Hut, but you know.
I was gonna say when we were talking about fucking Hostile, there's that part where it's like to see, to bleed. It always reminds me of the Instinct Home video where I say that's like Giant because that's playing in the background.
Oh yeah.
And we're in your GTO or whatever.
GTI. Yeah.
GTI, whatever.
Yeah. Volkswagen.
It's 3 letters.
Definitely not a GTO. Very different car.
No.
All right.
Yeah, that one's from German.
The other one is from somewhere in America.
Detroit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, are we done? Are we good?
No, well, I think we are. I mean, hey guys, that's cool shit that we're doing these days. Besides seeing ballet and listening to Tchaikovsky. I mean, for me, like my wife and my kids are huge Halloween motherfuckers. Well, I shouldn't say that word regarding my family. One way or another, you know, I wanted to get the soundtrack to Nightmare Before Christmas. And,
I own that.
I started shopping around for it, and it turns out like, you know, I hop onto Discogs and it's like $50 to get the goddamn thing. It's like, ugh. And then
Jesus
I notice a
Christ.
picture where it says exclusive Walmart, and I'm like, fuck. So it's like, do I buy something from Walmart? And I hop on. I've got that exact thing. Did you get it from Walmart?
Did you post this on? Did somebody post it? I swear I just saw this album. Well, I guess it.
No, I don't think so. I think I got this used at like a bookstore.
Okay.
I think it was at like
maybe I saw it at Walmart.
Barnes and
Maybe
Noble
that's
or
what I'm thinking
something.
of.
I, you know, hop on there and grab that, and I'm like, fuck, I got it, you know, because it was $27 or $28, you know.
Yeah, this was 29. I haven't even opened this yet.
Well, one way or another,
I have a
like,
shitload I've never opened.
I throw it in my cart. I go to buy, and it's just like, oh, if $7 more, you'll get free shipping. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll try and find something. Turns out Walmart has got a
Butt plugs.
They've got like fucking the
$15 all vinyl.
DRI's Violent Pacification, like original like single. I found this motherfucker, Eddie and the Subtitles. This is a
On
band
Walmart's
that was
site?
I bought this motherfucker from Walmart. It's just like,
I think it's
I
like
just don't understand.
private sellers who are selling through Walmart, I think.
Whatever the fuck it is, I got
Yeah.
Eddie and the Subtitles. Like, I had never even heard of this band until I bought, what is it, Bloodstains Across California. The Bloodstains, for any of you guys that are into punk, you know, Bloodstains Across is kind of a comp series that's done by, like, you know, two famous people or something. One way or another, that comp just blew my fucking mind. Like, you know, I only knew one band on the comp, and it is incredible. The very first song on that is, you know, American Society on this album, and so I went and bought this at Walmart, and god damn it, as a punk album, this thing is so bass heavy. It's like the bass is driving the rhythm in the entire fucking thing. Like, guitar is just kind of like accenting stuff, and it is, I've fucking fallen in love with the goddamn thing. So that is Eddie and the Subtitles. Album is called, Fuck You, Eddie. And it is...
Fuck you, Eddie. Fuck you, Eddie.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Eddie.
Fuck you, Eddie.
I take half.
Any of you guys that are into punk that are listening to this, definitely check this band out. They didn't last very long.
They're not. This is not new.
Oh no, these guys were from early '80s. They were kind of doing shit like with Black Flag. They were huge for like a month and a half, and let's face it.
I wonder if they got their name of that album from the Eddie Murphy thing.
Maybe.
Fuck you, Eddie.
Fuck you, Eddie.
I don't think so. Eddie's the lead singer. It's
Oh, okay.
Eddie Murphy. Fuck you.
You're the fuck you man, right?
Oh, here it's the album. All right. I'll add it to my
What was it taken from me?
digital collection.
Eddie.
Yeah. These guys were around like in 80, 81. That didn't happen until like 86.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So, yeah, definitely is not from that. So, what have you guys been listening to or watching or?
Look what I got.
Oh,
nice.
Have you heard of the store Ollie's? It's a discount store.
Yeah.
Yes, there's one there in Winchester. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got this.
Wow.
Really?
I found they have a lot of books there.
They do, yeah.
But this is I forget how much it costs. But I'd gone to Ollie's years ago and I thought it sucked. And then I went back recently and I was like, this fucking place is like a grown up toy store now.
Yeah.
It's like Five Below if Five Below didn't suck, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, they had a shitload of these. They had an AC/DC one, Rush, if you're into that thing.
That thing.
But they're all by Martin Popoff, I believe. But I got it, and the font is obviously a little bit. I don't know if that's a copyright thing that they did or what. Probably, yeah. But I was like, well, it was probably like $6 or something, right? But then I open it up, and it's like it's full of cool photos of the bands. And they have interviews with actual real famous people. Well, famous for metal. Like they've got Marty Friedman's on a bunch of these. Bobby Ellsworth is quoted in a lot of this stuff. So it's like a legit. It's a deep dive. The guy, the Martin Popoff, he even I saying his name right? Yeah. He goes into his history as a teenager buying these albums. Like he remembers how much he paid for them and shit. So it's like somebody who really loves the band is doing these. Yeah. And he's critical about certain things too. I haven't gotten too deep into it, but it's pretty cool. I need to go back to Ollie's. I'll just if they have them left, I'll just grab you guys a copy.
Okay.
I think you'll like it. That's that's my cool thing for the.
I haven't been to Ollie's
and I'm a member of the Ollie's Army, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
I somehow signed up and I was already a general right away.
Wow, how about that?
It's almost like it doesn't mean anything when that happens. But
yeah,
funny that.
Are you a 1-star or 2-star? Should I salute you?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
There it is. Next.
Not much. I mean,
It's okay if you don't have anything to.
I got some stuff. I have things.
Motivates me to do things. So I have nothing to talk about.
I'm finally working on my Mustang. That's not very exciting to people, I don't think. But it is happening.
It's good.
Yeah.
We moved on from your testicles.
Yeah. They seem all right. They're doing all right.
Cool.
So they're able to turn wrenches and put...
Still working on cars so they didn't fuck it up too bad?
Yeah. Put rear shocks on it and short shifter, shifter, that whole thing.
Because it's a manual. Is it a 5 or 6 speed?
It's 5 speed, yeah. Yeah. And race car spelled backwards is race car.
It's a palindrome. You'd think a palindrome would be a palindrome, but it's not.
It's not.
Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat. Did you know that?
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's not a word, though.
Well, it is. 2 words.
That's a made-up word.
Well, I may as well stick with my theme, TV shows. We binged this show, I think it's on Netflix, called Inside Man. It's only 4 episodes, so we binged it in a night. It's David Tennant's in it.
Yeah, and
who?
God, Stanley
we love
Tucci.
David. Yeah, Stanley Tucci's, and Stanley Tucci's awesome in it, and so is David. David Tennant played the 10th Doctor, Doctor Who. He was also in.
Oh, that guy's awesome. Yeah.
He was in he was the villain in Jessica Jones, the first
I
season.
don't know that one either.
He was also in. God, what's it? It was a BBC series where he plays a cop. Not Bridgerton. Broadwater or something like that.
Broadchurch.
Broadchurch. yeah,
Mela.
there we go.
That's the Mela show.
Mela.
Mela.
Yeah.
Mela.
He's Scottish, so he's got that Scottish accent. Anyway, Inside Man's really
Great,
good.
great
It's about a.
It's the most difficult of all the English accents to understand.
Yes. It's kind of two stories in one almost. This Inside Man, because Stanley Tucci's in prison and he's on death row, but he's got this amazing mind where he's almost like a detective in the prison. So, like all police officers come to him to help solve crimes, and meanwhile, David Tennant plays this. He's like a priest, but what do they call priests in English? What is he called? He always refers to himself. I'm the fucking vicar. I'm a vicar. I'm the fucking vicar. But he gets involved. I don't want to spoil anything, but he gets involved in a issue.
Priests with little boys.
Well, it's not. Yeah.
Oh,
just watch it because it's complicated. But yeah, there's like child porn involved, but it's it's not. Anyway, it's very good. It's a very good show.
What's it called again?
Inside Man. It's on Netflix. The last two episodes are I had to finish it. I was up till 1:30 last night because I was like, well, I'm not going to stop now.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's one of those things where you're like, fuck. And it's so tense. And like the last two, you're like, fuck, what's going to happen? So you have to keep watching. So
Are these really long?
No.
Episodes?
No.
Only 4?
Yeah.
It's
only
like
4.
a movie.
Yeah,
it's from the Sherlock creator. No wonder it's fucking good.
Yeah. Guy who did Sherlock. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very good. And of course, Andor is still very good. The last two episodes of Andor have been fantastic.
Yeah. So good.
I guess by the time this airs, it may have been maybe over. But
yeah, well, yeah, probably so.
But yeah, that's been really good.
Great. You said you finished Interview with a Vampire, right? I haven't. We're not caught up on that. But.
God, and it was short too. It was only 8 episodes, I think, for the entire season this season. But great ending, great finale for season 1.
What's that one on? HBO?
No, that's AMC.
AMC.
Jesus.
But
So
I think
how
if
do
you have Hulu now, I think you can watch it.
Hulu.
I
This
think
is confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have to have Hulu Live though. TV's gotten complicated.
Yes.
We had 6 fucking channels when we were kids.
I know.
Just get Roku and talk to your remote and see what you have.
Turn to Old Man Corner again.
don't
We
have-
had 6 channels when I was a kid.
I don't have a remote. Hulu.
Well,
Roku, I mean.
Roku's like $25 now.
But I don't have anything to hook it up to. I just watch it on my iPad or my computer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. What's the show called again?
Inside Man.
No, the other one.
Oh.
Interview with a Vampire.
Interview with a Vampire,
Jesus.
Yeah.
I struggle so bad.
Yeah, that's really
I don't
fucking
see it.
good. No, not on Hulu. No. You might have to get AMC Plus.
no.
Another $10.
I'm going to trade with somebody. Whoop, I can't say that on TV.
It's only 8 episodes. So if you get AMC Plus, you could probably binge it in like a week, and then just get rid of AMC Plus. Do like a free trial of AMC Plus, and then cancel.
Yeah.
We started watching Welcome to Wrexham also, which is about Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney buying that team in Wales, the soccer team, football team. It's good.
Cool.
It's not, obviously Ted Lasso's fictional, so it's not quite like Ted Lasso, but there are some parallels there with Ted Lasso and some of the like American versus UK things. So, but that's good. That's good. I think that's what we got. That's all I got going on. TV, work.
Yeah.
Well, what channel is that on?
That is on. Fuck. I think that's Hulu. That's Hulu for sure.
Jesus.
That's a Hulu original, so you should be able to get that if you have Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I just started watching MASH. on Hulu. I
The
found that out. I was
television
like,
show?
I've always meant to watch this show, and here it is. And yeah, the television
never
show.
watched it. That was always the show that was on. Like when you hear that theme song, you're like, "Oh, I'm up too late."
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
My parents would watch it, and it's time to get to bed.
It is one of my favorite, television theme songs, though.
It is great, and the show's pretty. It's actually pretty good. I didn't understand a lot of it as a kid.
Laugh tracks and all.
Oh, that part's stupid, but like I understand kind of the ranking system now and how that makes it a little funnier when Captain Pierce is talking shit to one of the majors, the generals. How do you? Okay, my stuff. Cool.
There's a lot of new TV stuff coming out too. That like the latest episode, or latest season of The Crown started. I haven't started that yet. I want to start that.
I haven't watched any of those. That doesn't look interesting to me.
I mean, I'm not a big royal family person, but I think it's interesting. I thought it was good. And the last 2 seasons have been really good, actually. So,
Yellowstone is back.
I never started that one either.
Me neither. I can't because my
good.
dogs freak out every time there's a horse on TV.
Yeah, 1883 is good too.
Oh, there's a new series, and I haven't started watching it yet, but I can't wait to start watching it. It's called 1899. It's from the creators of Dark.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Dark, one of my favorite series of all time. That's
I
fucking.
don't even know what that is.
No.
Dark is on Netflix. It's only 3 seasons. It's in German, but
Oh yeah,
fucking.
I mean, there's probably
I
subtitles.
remember that.
Right?
Yeah.
There's subtitles, but yeah, don't watch the overdub. That's terrible. But the subtitle one's really good, and the story's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to 1899. I can't wait to start.
What's that show about Norway being invaded by Russia? It's like a white glove invasion. Does that ring a bell for you guys?
No.
Fuck, that was really good too. And I think there's a new season.
No, there's so much TV now. It's crazy.
It's too much.
I know.
6
I can't keep
channels. Let's go back.
Yeah, there's another thing on Netflix. I think it's what is it called? Like Cabinets of Curiosity or something. That's what's his name? Del Toro. What's his name? Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, okay.
He has
he's-
some weird shit.
Yeah, this looks weird as shit. It's a series on Netflix, and so I want to watch that too. There's such too much fucking TV.
Occupied, that's the name of it. It's really good.
Well, what we talked about last time, Joe, I mentioned that I was watching that documentary,
Making a
a Murderer. Yes,
Making-
and
yeah.
yes. Turns out I was completely wrong. I thought I was like on the last episode. I still had like 3 more episodes before
Right.
the ending of the first season, and started looking into shit after that. And like you were right. Let's face it. The documentary really doesn't get into the fact that let's face it. This woman, her bones were, found on the guy's property. I mean, as much as sure, the cops did fuck shit up and they did not do a great job in way of, what they were supposed to do. It's like, who the fuck do you think murdered this person? Considering her bones were found, burned on this guy's property. The last time she was ever seen alive was going to his, car lot, and it's like, yeah, this guy probably did it.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was a big controversy when it came out.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a big but I guess whatever is in your world feels like a big thing at the time. I guess we watched it when I was at the fire department. We all got into it at the same time, and then we all were like, "Those motherfuckers, those fucking directors or whatever you call them." So yeah, I probably should watch some new shit because I've been watching Seinfeld and MASH. So maybe I need to stop rewatching stuff or watching old stuff. Occupied though is the show that it's pretty interesting. It's about Russia basically doing a political takeover coup of Norway through clandestine and some military operations. All right.
All right. Well, for Keith and Joe and Tim, this is Eric saying
Thank you. Good fucking night.
Sorry for the cursing. I tend to curse. I say stupid things.
Energy, aggression, power.
To sum it up, it's a
vulgar display of power.
Sometimes I think you drink just a little too much blood.
I'm sorry, I'm going to BA. Bloodaholics Anonymous.
Cutting it up big time.
They are miserable slaves of Satan.
Some cunts recording this.